If you're looking for a credit union, fair credit business loans with no documentation, this video is for you. So the first credit union I want to share with you is Consumers Credit Union. So CCU is pretty good in terms of fair credit business loans with no documentation. And as long as you have a relationship, you currently are with CCU, you've been with CCU for 18 months, and you actually have a business checking account with them, and you are able to domicile, if you will, your cash inflows with them. They will actually approve your business loan with no documentation. So what we love about CCU is that we love the fact that they have a diversity of business loans for all kinds of businesses. And the cool thing is CCU is actually available nationally. So you don't have to live in a specific states. You don't have to be affiliated with any organization. You don't have to have anybody, any relative actually working with CCU. Not a problem. I mean, if you do have, that's fine. But what the point I'm trying to make is that there is no, like, you are able to bypass those restrictions. You know, this is really great. And in terms of the business loans, you have all kinds of business loans. You have business term loans. You have secured lines of credit. You have unsecured lines of credit. You have business term loans, secured and unsecured, of course. You have commercial mortgages. You have equipment financing. So you have a lot of options when it comes to business loans, and all those business loans are for fair credit borrowers and with no documentation. Okay, fair credit. We're talking about anything that is above 579. So this is kind of cool, and we love the fact that they actually approve it real fast too. So Consumers Credit Union. If you have any question, you can contact them right now. 1-847-672-1888. 847-672-1888, or you can email commerciallending@myconsumers.org. We'll put all the info on the screen so you have a clear idea what we're talking about. And again, you can join, anybody can join Consumers Credit Union, not a problem. As you can see on the screen here, if you do not actually qualify either biologically, professionally, or geographically, just join the Consumers Cooperative Association. And so this is a nonprofit that is affiliated with CCU. And basically, you just have to pay a $5 membership fee, and that's it. Okay, that's it. By the way, boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. If you are looking for a credit union, fair credit business loan, no documentation, Logix is a great credit union to consider. And we love the fact that with that Logix, they want you to have an existing relationship with them for at least 24 months. So if you're looking for a fair credit business loan, no documentation from Logix or from Logix Credit Union, that's the condition. Obviously, you need to domicile your cash inflows with them, and you need to have a business checking account. And when we talk about business loans through Logix, we're talking about up to $500,000. So Logix is kind of similar to CCU in the sense that it's very flexible. It's very varied. And what we love about Logix is that they have actually pushed the idea of personalization to an extreme in a good way though. They will personalize the customer service they have for you. They will assign a business loan advisor to you, which is really great. So again, Logix is a great credit union for a fair credit business loan, no documentation, maximum $500,000. What we love about Logix is that you can do a lot of stuff with any loan you get from Logix. Let me break it down for you. When we talk about they have a diversity of business loans with no documentation, let's talk about that. When you go to Logix, you have the possibility to get a business line of credit, no doc. So here you have credit limits up to $50,000, terms up to 2 years. There's no annual fee, and you have interest-only payments, overdraft protection for Logix business checking accounts. Fantastic. You also have another credit product called the Capital Access Line of Credit. So here you have credit limits up to $500,000. And here, again, you have terms up to 2 years, and you have no annual fee, and you have also overdraft protection for Logix business checking accounts. The difference between the business line of credit and the Capital Access Line of Credit is that the Capital Access Line of Credit is secured. It is collateralized. So that's why the amounts are a little higher. I mean, not a little, are significantly higher. So from $500,000 all the way, from 50,000 rather, we went all the way to $500,000. So you have to collateralize that. And you also have business term loans. You have capital access term loans. So overall, this is a great Logix is a great credit union to consider if you're thinking about it. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We're having a conversation about credit union, fair credit, business loans, no doc. I want to talk to you about BECU. So BECU is another credit union that gives out a fair credit business loan, no doc. BECU actually stands for Boeing Employees Credit Union, and they want you to be with them for at least 12 months. So for them to consider you for a fair credit business loan, no doc. And what we love about the BECU is that BECU is pretty fast. They will actually process your loans real fast. And when you think about business loans at BECU, you have all kinds of business loans. So for instance, you have business term loans, you have business vehicle loans, you have a business lines of credit, you have CRE, so you have commercial real estate loans. You also have, so when we talk about business loans, let's quickly talk about business loans. So business loans, the traditional business loans that you get from BECU, the maximum is $250,000. So minimum is $10,000, maximum $250,000. So if you are a business and you are looking for a credit union, fair credit, business loan, no doc, consider BECU. They want you to be with them for at least 12 months. They want you to domicile some of your cash flows, either wholly or partially, with them. So you need to have a business checking accounts with them. And by the way, boss, all the credit unions I'm speaking to you today about, they are all available nationally. So don't worry, like you don't have to. So for instance, BECU is located in Washington State, but you don't have to live in Seattle or somewhere in Washington State to qualify. There are other ways to qualify for membership, okay? So and it's usually by donating maybe $5 or $10 to a charity that is affiliated with a BECU or any other credit union. So when we talk about the business term loan here with BECU, $10,000 to $250,000, 6 to 7% APR minimum. This is really fine. And we love the fact that BECU is constantly available for any questions. So you can give them a call at 1-800-704-8080. 1-800-704-8080. They're available Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. through 7 p.m. Pacific, and Saturday, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Pacific. I want to talk to you about another credit union, and that's NIHFCU. So NIHFCU, this stands for National Institutes of Health Federal Credit Union. And but you don't have to be in the healthcare to qualify. Now, if you are in the healthcare industry, you could qualify a little faster. But this credit union is available to all kinds of customers. Okay, and when we talk about business lending and NIHFCU, we're talking about a credit union, fair credit, business loan, no documentation, and but you have to be with NIHFCU for 24 months. That's the minimum. So if you want them to grant you a loan with no documentation, then you need to be with them for a while, and for 2 years. That's the minimum, and you need to actually domicile some of your cash inflows with them. And so this is really good. Now, one thing I want to say here is that when it comes to NIHFCU, you don't have to be in a certain geography to qualify. You can be a member, not a problem. Okay, you just need to donate to a certain charity, and that's it. And but one thing I want to say here is that basically, if your business is preferably in the Mid-Atlantic region, then you could be actually be like NIHFCU is currently available nationally, that's for sure. But if you are in their primary Mid-Atlantic region, you can qualify a little faster. And you can use their business loans for a lot of things. You can purchase or refinance real estate. You can help manage cash flow. You can grow or start your business. You can purchase equipment. You can do a lot of things. And so when we talk about business lending, we also have commercial real estate loans. You can have that through NIHFCU. And you can also basically get equipment loans. Again, all of those things are fair credit business loans, no documentation. Okay, no documentation whatsoever. And the cool thing is NIHFCU also processes small business administration loans, so those SBA loans. And here you are talking about loans that go from $100,000 all the way to $5 million. and this is really good. So overall, we're talking about a very responsible lender. And so if you have any question, contact NIHFCU now at 301-296-2534. Boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We're having a conversation about credit union, fair credit, business loans, no doc. If you are looking for, let's say you're looking for a credit union, fair credit, business loan, no doc, you can try Bethpage. Bethpage is a great credit union also that's available nationally. So they actually give out all kinds of business loans, no doc. And we love the fact that when you think about Bethpage, I want you to think about flexibility. So for instance, Bethpage will give you term loans that actually can go all the way to $250,000. Okay, so you can use the cash to increase your capital, and you can do a lot of stuff. You can buy or refinance equipment. You can acquire additional assets. You can make capital or leasehold improvements. You can take care of payroll. You can actually expand your business. You can seize business opportunities. That's just fantastic. So Bethpage is really flexible here. So they give out business term loans. So those could be unsecured or secured. If you want them unsecured, they will limit the loan amount to $250,000. They want you to be with them for at least 24 months. So if you want to receive this fair credit business loan, no doc, you need to be with Bethpage for at least 2 years. Okay. So besides term loans, besides business term loans, you also can get business lines of credit through Bethpage. We love that a lot. So you are able to do a lot of stuff with this business line of credit. You can actually, by the way, among other things, finance cash flow gaps in the collection of receivables, and you can acquire more inventory for sale. And this is really fine. And we also love the fact that if for any reasons you can't have a business loan or business line of credit through Bethpage, you can try their credit card. Okay. And their business credit cards are kind of cool with a maximum credit limits of $50,000. You can really do a lot of stuff with their credit card. So we love this a lot. We love the fact that you were able to do a lot of stuff with a Bethpage business credit card. And this is kind of fun. They have a low interest, rewards, cashback, and rewards points. So overall, Bethpage. Sorry about that. Overall, Bethpage is a great credit union to consider if you're looking for a fair credit business loan, no doc, and you can apply. You can actually join Bethpage, not a problem. I want to talk to you about NASA Fed. So when we think about NASA Fed, I want you to think about a very flexible credit union that will give you a fair credit business loan, no doc, as long as you have been with them for 30 months. So 30 months, 2 years, and a little more than 2 years. That's 2 years, 2.5 years. Once you do that, they will be able to work with you on a no doc basis, not a problem. So when we talk about a business loan, no documentation, we're talking about all kinds of business loans here. So we have working capital loans, we have equipment loans, we have vehicle loans, we have lines of credit. So the thing is, when you talk about working capital term loans, you want to actually, so you can actually borrow from NASA Fed up to $1 million. This is really good. And this is regardless of the size of your business. Obviously, you have to have the financials to repay the loan, but otherwise, this is totally fine. You can actually run your application, and you can even, in some cases, apply online. Oh yeah, you can apply online up to $1 million. This is pretty good. It's really good. And so you have terms up to 5 years, and you have a fixed rate and a variable rate loans available depending upon your situation. So besides working capital term loans, you also have business vehicle loans. Here you can borrow up to $250,000. You can buy one vehicle or multiple vehicles. You can actually, you can renew your entire fleet. It really depends upon your business vision. So this is really good. You also have business equipment loans that you can actually borrow through. You can get through Bethpage. So we love that a lot. Through NASA Fed, not Bethpage, NASA Fed. So this is really good. So the point I'm trying to make here is that NASA Fed is really flexible. And let me not forget that they also offer lines of credit. So here you have lines up to $2 million. This is really good. You have a short processing time for advances and payoffs. and there are no additional fees for the advances or payoffs. This is really cool. So $2 million. So the bottom line is that you can see that NASDAQ is really how do I say it? It's really flexible, okay? And this is really great. Now, business credit cards and loans are only available for approved industries. The business must be located and operating within the Maryland, Virginia, and the District of Columbia to be eligible. So even though NASDAQ is open to the whole country for the business to qualify, you got to be in those three states: Maryland, Virginia, and the District of Columbia, DC. I want to talk to you about another credit union that we love a lot that gives out fair credit business loans, no documentation, and this is American Heritage. So when we think about American Heritage, I want you to think about a very responsible credit union that's well run, that actually is very, how do I say it? That's very flexible in terms of customer service, but also in terms of business term loan. And you have to be with them for at least 26 months, 26 to 30 months, like a year and 2 years and a half, for them to qualify you for a business term loan with no doc. So if you have fair credit, you're looking for a business loan, no doc from a credit union, think about American Heritage. So here you're for term loans. Now, one thing I need to tell you one thing, that the American Heritage is not as generous as the big credit unions. And so, for instance, for the term loans, you can actually receive up to $50,000. So that's the maximum here, $50,000. You can use the cash to purchase equipment, consolidate existing debt, or acquire long-term assets. Now, some people might be thinking, well, $50,000 is nothing. Some might say, well, this is actually something. Well, depending on your situation, depending on your profile, on the business profile, you might think that maybe American Heritage is not the right credit union for you. But we personally, love, on our team, we love American Heritage a lot. Great customer service, great credit union, well run, and has a wonderful financing products. And so there are no origination or annual fees. You have flexible terms that are available with competitive rates. You have fixed monthly payments. You have fast approval. So if you're looking for a fair credit business loan, no doc, you might want to consider American Heritage. We also love the fact that you have lines of credit. So besides term loans, you also have lines of credit, so you can use it to finance short-term working capital or, equipment. You can actually utilize the cash flow for overdraft protection. This is really cool. And you can really, the bottom line here is you can borrow funds on an as needed basis. And basically, in terms of your liquidity, this is really good. So overall, a fantastic addition to your cash inflow. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. So we are talking about credit union, fair credit business loans, no doc. And a few of them, you have CCU, you have Logix, you have BECU, you have NIHFCU, you have Bethpage, you have NASDAQ, and you have American Heritage. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll talk to you another time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.